I can't breathe in this thing.
Yeah, we're a bunch of cycles later. I'm not really sure. Let's see here, zoom out. Torn a bit more of the world out. Well, I've got a lot of really cold water over here. I should... Why are you not moving? You're going... Oh, yeah, because I'm dumb, that's why. So as part of an effort... What am I out of now? Lime. Of course I'm out of lime. Has to be out of absolutely everything, don't we? I figured one of the best ways to not worry about cooling when it comes to a metal refinery was just to plug this straight in there. And then I totally forgot to use it for like a few hours. So we got a whole bunch of... We're coming in at... Oh, that's because it's had a chance to sit around. And these are sandstone pipes. They're not really... They're kind of terrible at keeping the cold in, aren't they? I should fix that. Absolutely. Insulated pipe. Let's replace all of these with igneous rock. That way we can preserve some of this precious, precious coal. That gets used in a refinery. Da-da-da-da, comes down here. Some of it is still kind of cold. Steel heats things up a lot, and then like copper and gold not so much. That's keeping this relatively decent. And then growing bristle blossoms over here. I'm not even trying to farm sleet wheat. I'm literally just keeping this place cold and letting them grow as normal. And it's actually doing fairly well. From a refrigerator at. And then when, hey you. Yeah, so when someone goes around and harvests it, I get a bunch of that wonderfully yummy berry sludge, which got sent over to Crudale, which is actually doing remarkably well considering it doesn't have an actual power supply. You see this guy? Him and his now dead brother I should put one more jumbo battery in here. I sent someone across with critter ranching and expanded this. So, yeah, instead of that's my stable power supply, is keeping a plug slug happy. But then I'm barely using anything. I sent a bunch of algae over for an oxygen diffuser and a couple of terrariums, and it's doing great at keeping the CO2 low. And then, as I was looking around trying to figure out what to do for actual power, I hit a natural gas geyser. So there we are. I was starting to worry that I would have to ship in coal, because there's no coal here, right? And there's not enough of anything to really feed hatches. So now, I gotta get over there, dig that out, which is essentially going to be the end of that biome, because they don't have to dig out. And then, where were you again? Oh, you were useless. I'm sure someone will tell me it's not useless, but to me right now, it's useless. Because that'll give me the power I need to start pumping out all this oil. And while I actually really would like to refine oil here, I haven't found an actual water supply. These guys are living off of ice and snow. And at some point I'll have to ship them. Well, no. If this gets running, that'll run something like four natural gas generators. They'll each produce... What are you going to make? Polluted water, 65 grams per second, times 4. I hate math. 250 grams per second, a kilo every 4. A kilo every 4. That can't be right. 15 kilos of water a minute? I'm sure I'm wrong there somewhere. But it's definitely more than this thing wants. It wants 1,000. Well, it wants 1,000 grams per second, doesn't it? But then it won't run all the time. That's still kind of risky. 1,000. I would have to run 30 of those. Yeah. It'll have to not run all the time. And no, like, if I get that going, I should be able to support 2 more dupes here. Mostly just to run... Oh no, I'll need that water for the reservoirs. This is why I'm terrible at planning things. I may have to ship them water. That's unfortunate. Yeah, because I haven't found a single bit of water on this map. It just, like... So how do I do that? I do that with this liquid pipe in to liquid pipe out. And I just meter it a certain amount. Yeah, because I could send them... That's what I can do. I can do that. I can send them a bunch of this hot water, which I really will need to start actively cooling because it's going to kill off my thimble reeds. I can send them hot water, give them access to lavatories, which will turn into 37 degree regular water, and I can do something with that. That's not terrible. Yeah. I'll still need... Well, no, if I send them straight water... No, it still has to be cleaned. So I still need an actual power source there. That's not just plug slugs. Food, I could probably stand to send them a bunch of barbecue as well. There's so much. I've given up on pickled meal. We're gonna run straight barbecue. And then somewhere around here. Yeah, there we are. 3 kilos of berry sludge. Yeah, I'd put it somewhere. Okay, so if I send them, I'm going to have to actively cool a bunch of this stuff. And I don't want to. Because, what's our power at here? Power consumed, we're eating, what's that peak at, 2.8? 2.8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should be making 5,400. We've got leeway there. Well, I say we're making 5,400. We're temporarily making 5,400. Unlike Minecraft, this is like the constant power generation. We're making 5,400. And I've got a fantabulous amount of coal. If I run an aqua tuner, I can't even do that. I can't run an aqua tuner. I don't have plastic yet. I have to send those guys water to get me oil so I can bring it back here and turn it into plastic. It's one thing after another, one thing after another. So this is coming up, what, 45 degrees? We've got, what about here? 35. 2, 3, 4. What's 5 times 35,000? 165,000 kilos of polluted water, magically constrained. That's going to come to an end here kind of soon, though, because as it, I think I'm running out of. I've run out of high up dirty water. I wonder if I should just dump a bunch of that in there. Like, keep a bunch. What have I got? I've got a bunch on hand. I'm keeping 5 tons on hand for these guys. That was for making steel. That was an error on my part. If I keep 5 tons of water on hand for these guys, what do you use per operation? I've actually never figured that out. So I want to make steel. I'm going to need... Oh, it doesn't tell you. Okay, what do you hold? You hold 800 kilos of water. That's not per operation, is it? Let's find out. Of all these things, I've never actually tried to figure out. So let's do... Yeah, I guess just watch it happen. You're going to run away there. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't know how much it's going to take. Coming out at 60 degrees. That puts a lot of heat into that. 70 degrees worth of heat to make steel. Ugh. And now it's going to plug up because it's not sure where to... Oh no, okay. Now if I drop it, then I have to sort it, don't I? And I can't desalinate it because it'll eventually it will freeze. Because for some reason those don't mix, so I have both of those in there. Yeah, if I dump that water in there to cool that, I then have to add another liquid filter. No, I don't. Because this thing doesn't even touch polluted water. Yeah, if I just... And it'll immediately sink to the bottom, right? Because it's brine and it's heavy. So if I do... Let's do something dumb. Let's put... I'm gonna hook this up. Hook this up. Here. Put you here. Okay, there. If you're gonna be that way about it. Deconstruct you. I'd like you to be to 9, please. We insulated pipe that in there. And this should make fresh water, right? Well, it'll turn brine into fresh water. The dirty water will pass clear on through it. What I should do is stop making this a CO2 sump. And then since I've literally just plugged all the stuff into the mains anyway, That should desalinate any brine or salt water that comes up. So how do I... this is going to require automation on my part. Oh no. Okay, so you're... send a red signal when it's full. Okay. So we'll do this. You and put an AND gate here. So when both of you are full, you will open... yeah. You open this liquid shutoff. We're going to put a valve here. Here. That way I have room. Yeah, that works. Put a valve there. Good vent. Oh, you're going to land on something. There, we're there. No, it's got to come down here, doesn't it? There. In which case, let us change a bit of this. Where's that valve at again? Plumbing valve. Sneak you in like that. We'll have to delete that. Why do you do that, game? This will come down here, past all of that, to there. It'll dump cold brine. Now I'm going to get greedy. I'm going to get... I want that stuff heading straight into the pump. Right there. So that'll dump cold ice water here. It should sink to the bottom. Hopefully provide a bunch of cooling. You'll need power, so welcome to full on. And I have to change all of this to get it goddamn done now speed. So these are both sending a red signal, so I want to turn that into a green signal, right? Like that. With these both outputting red. And as long as... okay. What do you mean insufficient copper? Okay, now it's running. Getting... I'm kind of metering it. 2.5 kilos a second. Admittedly, that's not going to do much to several gabillion. It has to fight that, right? That's the big problem. But it's already coming in cooler. Maybe if I just let it run full throttle for a while. Let's do that here. Full bore, let it happen. Somebody want to do this? There we are. So we let that run full bore for a bit. That's already a bit cooler there, and then it should eventually flop over, wind up over here. It's not the best cooling solution, but it's not 1200. It's not 1200 watts per second, requiring a steam turbine to work on. I'll take that as a win. Okay, I've let that run for a while. We're getting a bit of cooling down here. 27 isn't bad. Granted, it all winds up getting turned into like 40 some by the time it passes this this steam vent. So kind of no matter what, we're going to wind up with some fairly warm water. This idea is not. You are supposed to send a red signal when you are. You're supposed to send a red signal when you're full. Tell you what, let's try this. How that's going to matter? They're never going to really be that full. Let's bump it up to 90. What happens here? You're full. It's supposed to be an and. When it's supposed to put. What's your problem? Why are you like this? Oh, because you're at almost 90 whatever percent full. There. 97. Got to put it at 97% full. So that means until you are completely full, clearly I don't know what I'm doing. And or buffer fill. There's an AND gate that should only work when they're both on. If A and B, then C, right? That's how modal logic works. So now they're both filling. I can't go any lower. So I'm going to figure this crap out someday. I don't know when, but eventually. I'll mess around with it, and then hopefully next episode I won't look quite so foolish. I'll see you in the future.